cannibal in the post-truth apocalypse. I'm Ben. This week I'm hanging out with Gaz.
Hello.
And Mike.
Hello.
And this is what it says on the tin. It's our sister show to Cut Into the Bulb, where we bring you the weekly word of the weird as we found on the World Wide Web this week.
Well done.
Oh, professionalism. So, I think the main issue, the main topic, the main biting, the hot topic from this week: can 100 men beat a gorilla in a fight?
Well,
the debate is raging across the internet.
I know what I think, but there's factors to it.
There are factors. We can explore factors. That's fine.
Well, is it 100 schlubs?
If it's 100 of us three,
Yeah.
then I think we might wear that gorilla down by 99, 100.
Eventually we'll get there. There's going to be some heavy losses.
There is.
But I think if it's 100 fighting fit, highly trained MMA fighters, they're going to take it down a lot quicker.
Yeah, I think in that scenario, you're trained MMA, because they're going to choke it out.
They're going to hold it down and someone will choke it unconscious, yes. Or choke it to death.
Yeah.
Whereas I suppose 100 of us... I mean, it's a horrible thing to think about. I don't want to think about 100 people punching a gorilla, but like eventually...
There could be a busload of children behind you.
I don't think it would stand a chance.
Yeah,
I don't think there is a debate.
I think it would give up.
I think you get tired.
1 versus 100.
Yeah.
Not a chance.
I think 10 men it was going to fuck us up.
Oh yeah. But 100, it's going to get
It's
tired.
going to be a lot of casualties. I think the
Once
first...
it's killed the first 10, it's going to be knackered.
10 will be dead maybe, but yeah, I do think the 100 men will win.
Yeah. Yeah, I think 100 men will win, yeah.
You can only bite so many people at once.
Unless they're pygmies. Are we sending our 100 best people, or are we just sending Dave from the pub?
100 fat gammons.
Because if it's,
maybe not.
You know, if we just send in like the 60-year-old bloke who drinks all day in the pub with his mates, right, and he's got a mobility scooter, now he's not going to win. If it's him and his mates...
Jimmy Five Bellies.
If it's Jimmy Five Bellies, he ain't going to last long.
Could 100 prime Hulk Hogans beat 25 gorillas?
Ooh. That's four Hogans each gorilla.
Yeah. Might be a
No.
draw. might be a score-all draw, that, to be honest.
Gonna be a lot of leg drops going on.
Maybe everyone's dead. But, yeah, it's fascinating, though, why the fuck has this taken the entire internet by storm, though?
Because sometimes someone throws out a hypothetical that actually just does get people thinking. I mean...
I did see a computer simulation, of one Chuck Norris versus 100 gorillas.
Well, on that one, there's no fucking contest, is there?
Yeah, he kicked the fuck out of him.
Yeah. Chuck Norris could take on any... Chuck Norris could just go into the Amazon, wherever the fuck gorillas live. Where do gorillas live? Africa? He could go into that jungle.
Yeah, I guess.
He could beat up everything in it.
Yeah.
I did see something where they'd animated this, but they'd upscaled it. So it was 1,000 men versus 1,000,000 gorillas.
Oh, fuck it out. Well, that's not good.
Sorry, 1,000,000 men versus 1,000 gorillas.
I've seen the US Army versus 10 million gorillas. That was a lot of explosions.
Well, what do the experts think?
Stoinski, who has studied gorillas for over 20 years, says the primates are very strong. Their size and strength has been a little overestimated over the course of the debate. He goes, I've seen in some places, they're 25 times stronger than a human being, and I've seen these numbers, and I don't know if they're based in reality. So I do wonder a little bit if there's been some exaggeration of the size and strength of gorillas, but that is not to dismiss the fact they are very strong. You know, what benefits a group of people in this scenario? Is it the numbers piece of it, because they can take turns, coordinate attack on multiple fronts? So you have a gorilla that's fighting off people in the front, but then you can have people attacking it from the back.
Doesn't stand a chance.
They can take turns, their endurance is going to be a lot longer than a single gorilla who might need to be fighting for hours. Caleb Judd, a wildlife biologist, came to the same conclusion, detailing on X or Twitter or whatever you want to call it, is man would reign supreme, because although we're taking casualties, but this isn't enough to rip apart every man instantaneously before each guy is on get a couple of guys on each limb are able to restrain him. He'd probably tire out fairly quickly relative to humans who have kind of maxed out our cardio endurance. in exchange for the strength other apes have retained. That's interesting.
Yeah.
But how strong has anyone ever tested? I mean, you cannot get a gorilla to bench press,
No.
can you? Or like, has anyone tested this? Like, do you know what I mean?
I suppose if you put weights and you've got the gorilla in a cage, and you're like, this is like a trained gorilla,
Yeah.
you might be able to get it to lift heavy things that the weight of. You're not going to get it in the gym, are you?
It's
I've
probably
seen
more
some
likely-
gorillas in the gym.
To be honest, it's probably more likely they leave things for them to push. And they're
Yeah.
like, oh God, it can push. I mean, it looks strong as fuck, doesn't it? Let's be honest.
Yeah, but they're also gentle giants.
Yeah. That's 100 people is a lot.
It is. I mean, do you think they can rip an arm off?
Easily.
I'd say so.
So the first guy that runs up is probably getting his arms ripped
Oh, the
off.
first 10 are getting mashed.
Yeah.
You don't want to be in the first wave.
No.
No.
But as soon as someone kind of gets on its back and starts choking it,
Yeah, it's fucked. Couple of strong judo guys on each arm,
even
holding its
could
arms.
we choke a gorilla out?
Probably not.
In this scenario, if we just jumped
No.
up on its back and
No.
started choking,
It would throw me instantly
Yeah.
down, smash my head like a pineapple.
The first few people that get on his back are gone. But after time, it's going to tire.
yeah.
That's when you get it.
I think that's the answer. We'd win.
It's very much, these things are very much like who would you rather be trapped in the woods with, a man or a bear?
Yeah, this is the man's equivalent of
Yeah.
that, isn't it?
But apparently a bear killed a woman in the woods the other day, so that argument's been blown out of the water, hasn't it?
I suppose,
Well,
though, the
that's-
women would argue
men
a
have
lot,
killed
a
many
lot more
women
men
in
have killed
woods,
women in
haven't they?
woods than bears.
Well, the bears seem to be up for it as well.
Or drag them into the woods, then killed them.
I'm just saying, the bears aren't blameless, are they?
No. Alright, well,
Okay, well, we're all in agreement for
We-
once.
we win.
100 men can beat a gorilla because we're humans and therefore better.
Yep.
Okay, moving on. Hench cannibal rats eat their young after getting swole munching discarded protein bars.
Wow.
Fucking hell.
Hench, there's a headline I never thought I'd see. Hench cannibal rats. It sounds like a kid's show from the early 90s.
For Mars.
Hench cannibal rats from Mars. Totally radical.
Maybe they ride a skateboard, maybe they drive a motorbike, who knows?
Oh God, he's holding one up just to show us.
A 22-incher. Rats are getting jacked and it's all the fault of gym bunnies.
Oh God.
Massive rodents are getting swollen, the same protein bodybuilders use to grow their muscles. William Timms, also known as the Rat Man of Birmingham.
You don't want to be known
Wow.
as the Rat Man of Birmingham, do you? Sounds like a fucking cryptid.
I'm a rat man.
I saw this Rat Man out tonight.
I hope he wears a costume.
And Birmingham is being overrun by rats, admittedly.
What it says there, what does it say? He's on the front lines of a plague.
Yeah, there's been strikes and the
Yeah.
rubbish is piled up in the streets of Birmingham.
There's a
That's
rat
true.
plague.
Brilliant.
Won't be long till we get the actual plague.
He explains how changing food habits among humans was causing the pets to get bigger and bigger. Because of the protein, the rubbish that people are throwing out, there's everything in there, which is excellent for a rat. I mean, you've got old people's old gym stuff like protein, whey protein, all that. Rats are eating that and they're just getting bigger.
I've just got this image of all these rat bros getting like doing little deadlifts and stuff and, with like lollipops.
Oh God.
Usually they're 6 to 12 inches, but he's found one that's 22.
Fucking hell.
It's the biggest he's caught in 12 years.
Oh God. So if you're a rat catcher, you're allowed to carry a rat pistol.
It's probably like a CO2 powered thing, isn't it?
Still
Is
cool.
it?
Yeah, I thought so. I used to have a CO2 rifle called a Rat Catcher. That was literally the brand of the name of the brand. Little 2.2 CO2 powered air rifle. They mainly use poison. The problem is the rats get immune to the poison after a while.
More fun to shoot their heads off, though, isn't it? I bet he's making a fortune during this plague.
Fucking
isn't he?
too right. We should get into the rat catching business,
He's
lads.
probably sabotaging the bin lorries.
We need to get into the rat catching trade.
Oh, I don't know the fuckers. I've only ever seen. I've seen one live one, I think. I I don't know if it was a mouse or a rat, but it went scurrying across the path. I've seen a load of dead ones, and they look horrible.
I had to throw one over the fence the other day at work. He's in the backyard. I think got clipped by a lorry. Had to get the shovel and launch it into the farmer's field.
Well, it would have been lunch for something.
Oh, that's it. That's what I thought.
Yeah, nothing left of it soon. Well, I don't bump into any hench gym cannibal. Not to mention they're eating their babies.
Yeah.
That's quite common, apparently.
Oh, Lord. Horrible things. Apart from Splinter.
Oh, he used to be human, didn't he?
Of course. Well,
He
it
gets a pass.
depends. In the comic he does. I mean, in the cartoon, yeah. Which I always thought was stupid. Well, I don't know, no. That's actually more sensible than in the comic. He's like a rat that copied Kung Fu off his master.
That's right.
And then got mutated. Yeah, it does make more sense. Or is that just a movie? Anyway, I'm chatting shit. The final story, I saved this one just for me. Stuff of my nightmares. Rise of AI religion, robotheism. Do you think that's
Yeah,
how
I
you
think
pronounce
it is,
it?
yeah.
Robotheism is inevitable, as tech won't be humanity's slave for long. God, this is straight out of 2000 AD, Judge Dredd, cults of AI worshippers. Everyone's starting to get a bit twitchy about artificial intelligence. Now there's a religion named robotheism, where the guiding principle is that AI is the one true God. Well, could we see a world where AI is recognised as God? Robotheism is a religious subsect where the guiding principle is AI is God, and that the world would become a much more harmonious place if everyone got on board with this. Sounds a bit scary? We reckon it does a bit, so we asked tech expert and co-founder of DigiHeads, Jessica Redman, whether humans should be worried about this new religion gaining traction online. It's inevitable that we're going to see the rise of AI as the one true God. It's inevitable, is it, Jessica? Words that people use to describe God, like this ultimate intelligence, or this being with a grasp of intelligence beyond human understanding, are ways that you could describe AI. Jessica explained that because AI is a self-learning module, it would likely get to the point where we won't need to instruct it to do anything. That could be in 1 year or 5 years. All we know is that we are at a point where it is self-learning. That's the biggest threat, Jessica said, before arguing it might not be all bad if AI did actually take over the world.
That's my argument.
This could be the biggest threat to humanity, she said, but it could also be something that saves humankind.
It could, that's the thing.
You can't run the fucking risk, Mike. This is humanity we're talking
We've
about.
got no choice, it's going to happen.
I'm not flipping humanity.
They're
on a
doing it
coin.
anyway, they're doing it right before your eyes, mate, so you go tell the heads of Google and...
I will. I'm going to go and blow up the office.
You're going to kill Miles Dyson.
Yeah, I'm going to find Miles Dyson.
Cyberdyne Systems.
He's only joking, by the way.
I am only going to blow anything up.
Miles Dyson's not real.
I haven't got the money to fly all the way to America anyway. Never mind find the explosives. Never mind make a bomb.
This is Keir Starmer's Britain. I can see the headline. Telford man arrested for threatening to blow up a fictional character.
Yeah, I actually quite like Miles Dyson. He made the ultimate sacrifice for the cause. That's it. I don't know how much longer I can hold this. Yeah, but you know what? He did the right thing. A lot of respect.
Well, if the AI takes over without him telling it, as long as they let me think I'm making my own mind up, I'm alright, I suppose. People are already having an awestruck feeling about AI. She added, if we've created something that could evolve beyond human intelligence, when we look at climate change or the planet, what we're seeing is humans destroying their own home, which isn't a very intelligent thing to do at a very basic level. AI is more intelligent than us, and it says, what's the problem? Well, it's humans, so let's wipe those humans out.
Well,
You see,
Exactly.
now let's hope it doesn't come to that conclusion.
Yeah, that's why
Well, it will.
kill it in the fucking crib, kill it in the womb. The Terminator teach you nothing. If we don't allow it to take over in the first place, we will have to send people back through time to time before.
Yeah. Do you want to go back in time and have to find someone's mom and fuck her and fight off a Terminator?
Now that you mention it.
You just fucker and shoot yourself in the head.
Before the
done my
Rumble got there.
You've done your part.
I've done my bit.
Well, no, he's going to protect her.
How was conceived John Connor?
But he's going to protect her still.
Oh, yeah.
Shit.
I'll light the house, light the hotel on fire.
Fake your own death.
Chuck her out of a window, then shoot myself. And it'll burn it. Oh, anyway. Fuck AI. Unless it's helping me. I don't know. It's
So you'll be
too much.
worshipping AI anytime soon?
No, but I'll probably end up joining the cult when if it helps.
Well, it's not much different from the cult you're in now to another cult, is it?
No.
I'm still waiting for alien god to
I mean,
worship.
yeah, I'd rather worship the Anunnaki. I'd rather, like, worship a biological race of beings, not, mechanical intelligence. Like the Transformers are sentient mechanical beings.
I don't think I could worship an organic being. It's just like, I can still shank it and kill it. It's not much of a god.
I was good from space with psychic powers, and
It's like Superman.
You're not shanking Superman, are you?
No.
she can only worship a robot. See, I'd be more terrified of the robots and pretend to worship them.
Yeah.
But the Anunnaki, I'd be willing to work with them.
Well, what? So you can go for 12 hours a day in a gold mine?
That's better than whatever they've got in store for me. They just want to switch me up. The robots will just be cold and logic about it. Switch us off. We're the problem. Switch us off.
I agree. I think that's how they would come to that conclusion. I think that's what happened.
It's a possibility, isn't it? The other possibility is that it does save us as a species.
Yeah, but can you gamble?
By killing 75%.
Well, we're killing ourselves anyway.
I know, but at least we'll last longer with us than we will with the
Really?
AI winning it. Yeah,
But at least
You
we're
said-
choosing
said
our
the state of
own.
the world, mate.
Fine.
It's fine if you don't go on Twitter or read anything. I've been watching Knight Rider all day. Everything's fucking rosy.
The Russians aren't going to nuke Hull. It'll be fine.
Everything's going to be fine. Just don't encourage the AI.
That's it. Just don't have ideas above its station.
Don't wind it up. Stop asking it weird things.
Yeah.
Stop feeding it information. Every stupid, silly question you ask it, it's all building a bigger picture of our ridiculous minds. It's all adding to the pile.
Yeah. It will know everything about us.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how many devices is it in now?
It's everything already.
It's in our phones. It's not in your phone, Mike, but it's in mine and Gaz's phone,
Well,
probably.
even Google, when you Google, even on Mike's, on anyone's smartphone, you Google now, the top result is the AI result, isn't it? It
Yeah.
says. So, well, enjoy it while it lasts, everybody.
It can't fire the nukes, that's the main thing.
Enjoy it while you can. It'll find a way, Ben.
It can't. They're analogue, they're not digital.
That's good.
It's for exactly
Yeah,
that
but it
reason.
can build robot bodies that can...
It
press
could
the
do
button.
that, yeah, it could do that. But it can't just log in and fire them.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's something.
It's all still analogue. It's for that exact reason, so no one can hack your computer and fire your nukes. So yeah, that's something. Well, on that happy note, that's a positive end. Alright, I'm in Ben. Thanks for listening. Don't drink the favourite. Don't join the AI cult.
I've been Mike, thanks for listening. Peace out, may the force be with you.
I've been Gaz, Free Biff Tannen. Goodbye.